Investing your cash can be difficult and confusing, especially if you're new to it. What should you invest in? Where should you invest? And how should you go about the whole process? These are all questions that many investors wrestle with on a daily basis. But the good news is that, by starting off simple and taking baby steps, the process isn't nearly as complicated as you might think it would be. There are so many asset classes to invest in that choosing which one to focus on can be extremely challenging, especially if you're new to investing or want to learn more about making your money work for you. The best way to get started with your investment portfolio is to research and learn all you can about the assets that interest you, so you can make the most out of your hard-earned cash. Here are the top 10 best assets to invest your cash in to ensure that your investment will yield maximum return of your money. Number 1. Stocks. Investing in stocks is a great way to build your assets over time. Stocks can be bought and sold at any day during market hours, but they're more volatile than other investments and riskier than bonds or cash. It's possible to buy shares of individual companies through stock exchanges such as NYSE or Nasdaq, where investors can buy fractional shares. If you want to invest in individual stocks, make sure you do so with money you can afford to lose. Don't use money that could put your family in jeopardy if things go south. Also, keep in mind that there are fees associated with buying and selling stocks. These fees come out of your investment profits each time you trade a stock. To minimize these costs, consider using low-cost index funds instead of buying individual stocks directly. Index funds track a group of stocks designed to match specific market indexes like the S&P 500 or Dow Jones Industrial Average. Index funds usually have lower annual expenses than actively managed mutual funds because they require less research and trading activity. The downside is that, unlike actively managed mutual fund managers who try to beat their benchmarks, index funds managers aim to simply match them. Number 2. Real estate. Investing in real estate is a smart way to build your wealth. Many experts recommend that beginners invest in duplexes and other multifamily properties as they offer high returns on investments or ROI. When deciding what type of property to buy, think about your goals and timeline. If you want a quick cash flow or if you plan on holding onto a property for years, then buying a single-family home might be right for you. However, if you're looking for a long-term investment or an asset that will provide passive income, consider multifamily properties such as duplexes and triplexes. Real estate has historically always appreciated over time, making it one of the best investments for building wealth. The point is that when you invest in real estate, you don't need to be concerned about market fluctuations because over time, all market cycles correct themselves and values go up. Number 3. Land. If you can afford it, investing in land is a great way to secure your financial future. This asset has historically had positive returns across all economic conditions, making it one of the safest options available. Land prices are stable and rise with inflation, meaning that they will preserve your purchasing power over time. More importantly though, land ownership has an inherent appreciation aspect. When a piece of property increases in value, its owner can sell it at an increased price, making investment in land one of the few assets that provide passive income. The underlying laws of supply and demand also affect land values. If a particular parcel becomes more desirable or valuable, there is only so much available to meet the rising demand. As such, these characteristics make land one of the most appealing investments around. Number 4. Bond. Investing in corporate, state, federal, and local government bonds can be a smart way to lend money to companies and governments at interest rates that are guaranteed by default. If you're looking to earn a good rate of return on your investment and feel comfortable not having immediate access to your cash, then investing in bonds might be a great option. This is because they offer investors an opportunity to purchase company or government debt instruments that pay a set amount of interest over time. The term is usually anywhere from 1 to 30 years. At maturity, all principal is returned to investors, or sometimes reinvested if they have been purchasing bonds with maturities beyond 30 years. Fixed income investments like bonds aren't as volatile as stocks, but don't expect them to make you rich overnight either. Number 5. Cryptocurrency. Did you know that one Bitcoin is now worth around $29,000? Did you also know that there are other cryptocurrencies such as Dogecoin and Ethereum that have also seen a meteoric rise in value? If you're looking to invest your cash, putting it into some of these up-and-coming assets could be just what you need. Bitcoin has been around since 2009 and has enjoyed significant growth over its short lifespan. At its inception, one coin was worth less than a penny. Today, each coin is valued at about $29,000. The currency can be used for online purchases or to transfer money overseas without fees or bank involvement, making it an alternative option for businesses and consumers alike. However, Bitcoin isn't alone on the cryptocurrency scene. It's actually joined by hundreds of competitors with similar designs and goals, creating a digital currency free from government regulation and control. These altcoins offer interesting investment opportunities because they often begin with low values before skyrocketing or crashing in price due to investor interest and technical glitches. Number 6. NFTs. You may be familiar with a certain kind of asset, non-fungible tokens or NFTs. An NFT is a unique digital asset that comes in different varieties. Some NFTs like CryptoKitties are built on blockchains and don't need extra technology to operate. The most popular assets, however, are ERC-721 assets, more commonly known as crypto collectibles. These are essentially blockchain-based versions of trading cards and other types of collectibles. For example, if you buy an asset called CryptoPunks, you can own one of the 10,000 CryptoPunks. No two copies will ever be exactly alike. While owning one CryptoPunk isn't very exciting, imagine how valuable your collection could become if you purchase all 10,000. Number 7. Precious metals. Now, if you are a financial advisor or a trader, precious metals like gold or silver might be worth putting some cash into. The reason is that these assets are generally considered to be safe havens in times of economic uncertainty. And right now, we can definitely say that there is uncertainty in spades. As such, it makes sense to invest your money in something that will hold its value even as other investments falter. Platinum and palladium have a number of industrial uses and can also serve as diversification from gold and silver investments. If you don't want to go all in on investments that may or may not do well, adding these two elements to your portfolio is sensible, especially given that the platinum and palladium prices have been stable over the recent years. Number 8. Art. A long-term investment in quality art can be a rewarding experience. There are many markets out there that rise and fall with changes in underlying economies. One of them is art. As economies grow, more people purchase artwork as an alternative to investing in gold and other precious metals. The easiest way to get started is by finding an auction house near you that specializes in works from your favorite artist, and then start bidding. As with any investment, be sure to do your research before buying anything. Find out what similar pieces have sold for at auction, so you know what to expect when it comes time to sell. If all goes well, after some time has passed, you could end up with a valuable collection that will bring in extra income each year. And who knows, maybe one day your collection will fetch $110 million at auction, like Jean-Michel Basquiat's Untitled 1982 did in 2017. Number 9. Vintage cars. Some investors choose classic cars as a means of investment. The beauty of vintage cars is that they have retained their value over time and can be sold at a profit if you decide to part with them in the future. If you're keen on buying such an asset, it's important to do your research before committing yourself. The car must be in good condition and should be able to fetch a good price when it comes time to sell. For example, consider the Ferrari 250 GTO. Only 39 were ever made between 1962 and 1964. Today, only 28 are left in existence. As of May 2020, one such model was listed for sale at $70 million. That makes it one of the most expensive cars in history. And number 10. Luxury pieces. Owning luxury goods is a fantastic way to make money. Collectors will pay top dollar for these items, and if you know where to look, you can find some real bargains. When you're buying these types of pieces, it's important that they're in pristine condition. Any scratches or dents will decrease their value by 50% or more. If you have an eye for quality, luxury watches, bags, and other accessories are a great investment opportunity. If you want to start investing in high-end pieces, here are some items you should consider investing in. The Hermes Birkin bag has been one of the most sought-after handbags on earth since its introduction in 1984. This iconic piece had been sold for as much as $150,000 at an auction. A Rolex watch is another classic collectible that continues to increase in value over time. And for wine lovers who like variety and exclusivity, vintage wines offer both with every sip. Investing is a risky business, but it can be rewarding. After all, there's nothing like a roaring bull market to boost your portfolio. By considering common assets and how to leverage them, you'll be on your way to diversifying your portfolio and making better investments in no time. That's it for today's video. If you have something valuable to add, please tell us about it in the comment section. We'd love to hear that. And as always guys, don't forget to subscribe and give us a huge thumbs up. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you at the next one.